Hi, Green. You ask, does hostel help hair? What I would say, one second, I think I need to fix my lighting. It says, does hostel, so hostel usually, I think it's a herb. And it depends how you use it. I haven't used hostel. Um, I use what's it called? Rosemary. I use rosemary with what other things do I add in my rosemary and cloves. I try to use those just for tea rinse, like rinsing your hair after wash. So one of the things you have to look into is try it and see if it works for you. I have not used a horsetail, so but I think it's a herb. So a lot of people like to use herbal infusions. So herbal infusions, for example, that's I'm just gonna give it to you. I don't know much about it. I think this one by Rituals. It has many herbs in it. Yeah. So basically, with horsetails, people can do what's it called infusing. Um, I do um, I do mostly butters. I do like formulation with butter with my hair. I haven't done much about infusion, but I've seen a lot of people infusing it with oils. People infusing with like other things, and they say they'll add oils into their infused herbs. So a lot of people do that. I think a lot of the time herbs are very important depending on what you're looking for. I find like a lot of people saying that herbs helps with like volume, you know. So this is my hair now, and I feel like I've seen a difference a little bit. But I do tea rinsing. So after I wash my hair, I rinse and then I do deep conditioning. One of the things I haven't done in a long time is doing like a deep conditioning that I make myself. I do make it. It's just that it doesn't work as what I always wanted to. So I'm still working on finding a deep conditioner. But with the hostel, yes, I don't know much, but a lot of people use it for infusion. I take this product by Rich Royals. It has many herbs in it. Yeah. So herbs are very important. You have to know what kind of herbs you're looking for. What does it do for you, and does it work? And a lot of the time, honestly, I've seen a lot of people using herbs, and I've seen that it works. I haven't included that into my like brand yet, but it is something that I try on the background. So currently I don't use bigger, like a lot of herbs, but I just use rosemary. I think rosemary I've used super. Real healthy hair supplement is the name, has cayenne pepper, kami fruits, spirulina, boron, and zinc and other things I think helps with. Yeah, so that's really good, you Green. Thank you so much for giving that information to a lot of people. Herbs are very important. Personally, I haven't been doing tea in a long time, but I've been doing herbal tea. So what I do is I will boil my water. Growing up, we've been doing it since like back in Africa when I was a little girl. I've seen them like my mom and my aunties and my sisters. They will put like cardamom. They'll put cloves. Um, yeah, and I think there's another one I can't remember. We call them in a different name in Arabic, haban, I think, cardamom and everything. So put them into the tea, and it actually boils it, and it smells so good. And I used to be like, that Mary oil make my scalp itch, so I take the small doses I need to mix the oil with other oils. Yeah. So sometimes some oils are carrier oils. They can go with others. They can just function by themselves. Sometimes some oils function alone. So yeah, so that's really good, you Green, for giving us that. It's very important. Thank you. Thank you. So yes, when I was growing up, I was doing those herbal tea. I never understood it, but now it makes sense. So I've seen people on the internet. I'm biracial. Oh, nice. I am just African. Both my parents are South Sudanese, so I'm South Sudanese, South Sudanese, and I'm Dinka. So I was searching for my future girlfriend, and then I saw you. Like at that moment, I reckoned that message was over. Hey, I'm not, I'm someone's wife. Unfortunately, I have children. So, but oh, good luck, good luck. So, good luck finding a girlfriend. So I've been in that girlfriend stage. It's over for me. I cannot do that girlfriend stage. I'm over. It's we jumped. I'm someone's mom right now and someone's wife, and yeah. So yes, thank you so much, you Green, for that. And I think one of the things I'm gonna say with a lot of people who are biracial or people who are mixed genes with others. I'm not saying I'm trying to separate you guys, but what you have to do is your hair texture and your hair things are going to change. It's going to be different. So what you need to do is learn how your hair looks like. I have Afro Latino children, so African and Latino. That's my children's mixed. Yeah, and my children are have different textures. So when I'm doing my kids' hair, I know which of my kids have what texture and what hair curls. And that really helps me. I know it's different for us. Yeah. So that really helps me when I'm doing my kids' hair. I know which of my children has more like very coily. One of my two of my boys have a lot of curls. They're very curly. My daughter is curly, but they're a bit longer because she get her dad's curls. My boys got my curls in that they get their curls to be a little bit more like my closer to mine, but not really close. I have very tight curls. You guys can see that. Very tight and they're like shrinking. See? It goes back. So yeah, so my boys have a lot of my texture, not much of it. They still have curly, but they get afro quickly. You know what I mean? So that's just, hello, I'm from Russia. Hello, how are you? Hello. So yeah, so getting to know your hair texture and how it looks is going to make a difference. I'm seeing you in first time. I really love you. Oh, thank you. Hello, I'm from India. Hi. So yeah, we were talking about hair textures and stuff. So you Green was saying that yes, textures are very different. So when I identify as 4C, don't feel bad because this is something I'm teaching myself how to take care of 4C. A lot of the time here, I have curls also and it gets very thick. My hair dries out fast and becomes very dry and I have not found a routine. So what I'm going to say again, keep looking for the routine, keep developing a routine that works for you. This week I've been kind of going with Afro puff like this, just to keep it up in the bun, just because I'm going to school with the kids and my wash day is usually on a Sunday. So I do all that on a Sunday, wash, detangle, um, conditioning or deep conditioning, and then moisturize. Then I'm ready for the week. So what I'm going to say when it comes to routine, you really have to figure out. Like I said yesterday, I have a few things I'm still working on. I don't know exactly what they are, but I would be able to give you guys a few of those things, excuse me, when I get there. So yeah, getting to know your hair texture is going to make a difference for you, and then getting to know what products work for your hair is going to make a difference for you. And actually the most important thing I'm going to tell a lot of people every single day, find a routine. I know that sometimes we have a routine where we wash our hair, we wash our face, we shower, we do our morning routine. Maybe try to find a routine for your hair, because sometimes when we leave the hair out, the hair is going to break. And also what you eat is very important. What you eat, the environment you're in, who you hang out with, environment is going to affect you too as well. What you eat is going to affect you as well. So there's a lot of everything that really control your hair. But yeah, thank you. I cannot speak the language, guys. I'm sorry. They tell me because of mix, I need to deep condition once every 2 weeks and shampoo one time every 2 weeks, but it dries and my scalp starts to know. um, yeah, you guys, I said earlier, you guys see in the title, I'm here for questions with hair. I deal with 4C hair, this African 4C hair. I'm African, I don't say African 4C. I deal with 4C hair, but I can also answer questions with hair. So today is hair. I don't want to hear anybody else saying something else. We're dealing with hair, and if you have a question that's general, I'm gonna answer. But any questions or anything in a comment that doesn't relate to the topic, I'm sorry. This here, I'm trying to be very diligent. I'm not gonna take everything, okay? Maybe go somewhere else. People are going to understand what you're talking about. But I'm here today for questions for hair. If you have a question about hair, I'm going to answer that. I'm not trying to ignore you guys. I'm just, what do you use for your boys' hair? My boys' hair, all of my kids, we use, I do hair butters. I bake hair butters at home. So this is my hair butter. Yeah. This one I put on my hair, mostly when I am just re-moisturizing. My hair is super, can you say my name? I don't. So yeah, I use butters, but when it comes to so anyways, where are you from? I'm South Sudanese. I'm from South Sudan. I'm South Sudanese. I grew up in Kenya. I moved to Canada. So currently I live in Canada. This is recorded. That's fine. It's recorded because Anyways, um, so anyways, what do you use for it? So I use deep conditioning. I deep condition my children's hair, but mostly I use pre pre shampoo. So pre shampoo is like doing something to their hair. I like to detangle before I wash them because that way you minimize kids crying because you don't want to be in the shower and just pulling the kids' hair and they're crying. That's just not the best way to do it. The best way to do it with children, hello. The best way to do it with children is find a routine that works for them. I like to detangle their hair before I wash it. Why do I do that? Then I don't have all the crying. Like kids will be so crying. And then second thing you need to do with children, entertainment. Don't just wake up and start combing your kids' hair. No, that's not going to help them. Try to calm them down, give them something to do. If they have their favorite show, put it on and then detangle their hair. So I like to detangle before that. So I use flaxseed gel, and I make that myself at home. It's a homemade home product that I make just to make my kids' life easy, to make my life easy. What are you talking about? What do you want me to say? Well, you cannot hear me. Okay, so like I said, when the kids, children with children's hair, is that you need to be able to find entertainment because kids are very sensitive. They have very sensitive scalp. So you just waking up and take a hairbrush and start brushing the hair without water. Water is your best thing to do. Spray the hair with water and also use combs, but try to make sure that you don't just rip the hair like so fast, like the hold it, hold the hair and then detangle away from the ends to the roots. Don't start from the roots to the end. You're gonna mess up the hair. They're gonna cry and they're going to never want to listen to you. So I know sometimes I have days where my kids don't want to, but I try my best to find entertainment. And I've been doing the routine and I'm like, guys, we're gonna do hair today is hair day. Sunday's a hair day. Sunday's a hair day. And we do that at all of my kids. My daughter usually is the last one because her hair takes the longest because she has longer hair, and my sons it's easy, okay, because they have shorter hair. So so yeah, so that's what's happening with the hair with the children. And again, when you find a routine works for them, I moisturize the hair, and as the week is going by, I take a little bit of the butter and just put it on the ends and comb it and spray water. That's it. I don't want to overwhelm the hair. I don't want to overwhelm them too much. But now that I've made my work easy for Monday, because my son goes to school on Monday, so I have detangled the hair on Sunday. The hair is moisturized. So on a Monday morning, I don't have to be running around looking for ways to like, oh my God, I forgot to do this. Again, like I said, routine is very important for children, just like all of us as adults or as parents or anybody. Routines are very important. It keeps us in check, and that's what we do. All these routines every single day, and a lot of us just think it's like for hair it should be different. It should be the same for you, for your life. Like when you go to work, you have a routine. You gotta do your coffee. You gotta dress up. You gotta brush your teeth. You gotta shower. It's just like the same thing. So with hair, if you have longer hair, it takes a lot of time. So what I would say is schedule it for the evening. So for me, for my children, or for myself, when I do my hair, I do mostly in the morning because my husband is home, or I do in the evening when kids are sleeping. That way I don't have interruptions. Right now, I don't have interruptions because my kids went down for a nap. Okay? And that just helps me with managing a few things. I want to do like a few live show right now, and then after this I have to go and do other things. Scheduling is very, very important in life. That's what I'm going to say. Doesn't matter what it is, even hair, you have to schedule it, put it together, find what works for you. Where are you from? I'm South Sudanese. I'm from South Sudan. And yeah, I'm from South Sudan. I think some people heard me last time speaking Swahili and they just think I'm from Kenya. No, I'm not from Kenya. I grew up in Kenya. Hey, madam, I'm watching India. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much, guys. My kids are napping, so that's why it's very quiet, which is really good. I want to get this done before they wake up, and then when they wake up, we're going to do a lot of activities. It's a really nice sunny day, so I want to get this done, and then I can go hang out with the kids, enjoy outside. I'm watching from India. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, thank you. It takes a while to take care of these kids after children, because it's not easy, guys. Having kids after, yeah, you just have to find products that work for you and try not to overwhelm yourself. That's what I'm gonna say. I love your skin color. Oh, thank you. So yes, with the hair, again, like I said, with the children, be mindful of the kids. Kids sometimes they'll be crying. This is for parents who have children. If you don't have kids, don't worry. Doesn't concern you. But yes, I'm from South Sudan. I'm South Sudanese. If you don't know where South Sudan is in Africa. So Africa is the continent, okay? And what part of Africa? East Africa. That's the eastern part of Africa. So if you know somewhere like East Africa, like Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, South Sudan, and Ethiopia, those are East Africa. I'm from East Africa. Specifically, what part of East Africa? I am from South Sudan, the country. Yes, that's where I'm from, if you don't know the geography of Africa. So there's Northern Africa, Southern Africa, Eastern Africa, West Africa. So a lot of the time, people from West Africa, you hear some like Nigeria, Ghana, you know, these other places. East Africa is Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Ethiopia. Yeah, so that's where I'm from. I'm from the country, and to be specific, I'm from, usually like I speak Dinka, so that's the language I speak. And yeah, that's a little bit of. Thank you. What do you mean? So yeah. Okay, thank you for tuning in from India. Celeste Garcia. Hola. I know a little bit of Spanish. My Spanish is pequeño, a little bit, very small, because my children they're half Latino, African. Hola, hola. Hola, gracias, thank you, gracias. Oh, mi nombre es Atom. I think I know a little bit of that. Mi nombre es Atom. I think I say it right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my kids were learning Spanish, so I can hear a few things like, like I think eyes, orejas, nariz, dientes, boca. I think I know. um, uh, uh, I think the shoulders is a brass. Are you in Africa? And what time is it there? I'm not in Africa. I'm in Canada. Is it right? Thank you. Dientes. I think language is lingua. Lengua. Like language. Lengua. Yeah, lengua. I think I'm nice. It is very smart knowing more than one language. So currently we're learning, my kids were doing we do like basic, like the basic Spanish. We're not there in actual speaking. Like I can know, like, manos, like, you know, manos. Yeah. And then we do, like I remember it's a show that teach them about like muñeca, let's say for example, it's like a little doll, muñeca, muñeco. And you have to learn, like the thing with languages is that you have to understand the structure, okay? Yeah. So in Spanish, a lot of it, like when you speak Spanish, it has a lot of that, the male and the female. So like, like Latina is a girl, Latino is a boy or a man. It's a lot. Let's say men. Let's say masculine. So masculine would be no, and feminine would be na. So yeah. So I'm kind of learning that. I'm not there yet. Celeste, Garcia. Yeah, I'm getting there. I know three languages. I can write them. I can speak them, and which is really good. So Spanish is going to be my fourth one. Um, yeah. So again, I'm really good at languages. So I try to just understand them first. Yeah, try to understand them first before I actually start speaking. Like my brain has to make sense of it. Like we're changing languages. So with my kids, they understand the language. With children, the very interesting part is like they understand the language. They just can't say it because like the part of your brain works is that it switch off one language. Sometimes I'm like when I'm speaking with my children, I realize I'm speaking them in Dinka and I'm like, ooh. They're like, Mommy, what did you say? And I'm like, oh, okay. So yes, it's all comes down to how you switch your brain and how you learn. So I kind of want to make sure that I speak better Spanish. I told my husband before we go to visit, to go to my in-laws, I would have to learn how to speak it properly. Okay, so then I don't feel like left out. You know what I mean? Garcia, I don't want to be left out. Hmm. Um, yeah, yeah. I actually like, yeah. I would. There was one time like we watched this. I can't remember what we watched, but like it says like lavate las manos. I'm like, what does that mean? I asked my husband. He's like, you mean wash your hands. I'm like, now I know. Kids, lavate las manos. Uh, yeah, lavate, like lavate las manos. Hi, hi. You guys, thank you so much for your interactions and coming in. So I think I got about 6 more minutes. I just wanted to be here for half an hour. Then I can go finish up my morning routine stuff. Just today, I think we can. Yeah, I have a few things lined up. But yeah, yeah, I think like languages is something that, guys, if you want to, it has a different experience. It has a different. It helps you with a lot of things, mind wise, and being very mindful about others. I think I find like languages makes you very mindful, and also appreciate other people's languages and cultures. So yeah, I wish I would know more languages, but then it's, and also I can actually. It's funny thing. It's like I understand because in South Sudan, there's also Arabic. Any natural herb you use back home in Africa that you could recommend looking into? I think I don't have a specific herb, but there's like this. Uh, it's like this neem tree. Neem. I heard that neem leaves are really good. I didn't know about it until I actually came into understanding natural products and natural hair. So neem is one thing I think I grew up actually using, and neem mostly a lot of a lot of South Sudanese they use it. Let's say the Dinka people, or let's say I can't remember. I think a lot of South Sudanese use neem, mostly for brushing your teeth. In Arabic, it's called muswak. We call it muswak too. Muswak is a kind of brush, but like instead of using regular toothbrushes that we use nowadays, they use that. They use neem for brushing the teeth. They say that there is. It was a pleasure chatting with you. Celeste, have a good day. Thank you so much. May God bless you as well. I thank you so much. And does it really work? People say that it works in terms of like it's very bitter. That's what I know. So when I use muswak, like I use neem to like brush my teeth, I can taste the bitterness. Apparently helps with killing some bacteria in your mouth. Of course, you have bacteria in your mouth, and you have to get rid of that. And I think a lot of my parents grew up in that generation. They use muswak, they use the brush, and they say it works for them. And something that my mom, I think my dad said that is that the neem leaves, you can boil it back in the days when you have malaria, and you can boil the leaves and drink it. I know it's not the best. You're gonna make you puke because it's very bitter. But again, bitter things, we don't like bitter things, but bitter things, they have to work somehow. How did you escape my cotton? What? Anyways, whatever that is. So yeah, so basically that's how it works in terms of the neem. That's what I know with the neem. The neem leaves, and she's from East Africa. I'm from East Africa. I don't know, understand what the person is talking. I'm not from America. That's the different places. I'm from Africa. So, anyways, yeah. Thank you, Green. Get back to work. Okay. Yeah. I'm not from there. I just don't want to respond to this person. How about you are here in my account? I own this account. Don't I not own you? You came here to my account. What made you tune in if it wasn't for me? Anyways, I don't want to argue with you. That's none of my business. This is my channel. It has my name. It doesn't have your name. How about that? How about you respond to that question? Yeah, respond to me in the comment section. Does it say your name or says my name? It's a tongue for a lister. You're on my account. How about that? Tables have turned. I think I have cut out a lot of things. I don't use a lot of lotions anymore. I used to use lotions a lot, and then I cut the lotions out. I make my own products. I make my own butters. So what I would say is shea butter is my go-to. I've had shea butter. I sell shea butter. I've used it now. I'm not going back. I am not going back. With shea butter is here to stay in my house. The day shea butter came to my house, I'm glistening. My children are glistening. And we're not going back. Hello, hello. Yeah, so I use shea butter. I use my hair. I use my body butter. I make it from home. I do hair butters for my business. So yeah. So nothing special. I think I've used this. Hi guys. Hi. Let me show you guys. I just added this into my regimen recently. So this is like a snail gel. A lot of people are gonna be set off like, ooh. This is one of the gels I use. This is just kind of like, you know, when you use like a toner. I use this as a toner. Like I use the two things I use so far. These are like Korean brands. This one is like, it's called Sika Milk Foam Cleanser. It's a really nice cleanser. I found this from Marshalls if you live in Canada. I found this on in Marshall's store. I bought this one. I rarely use it that much just because how much like cleansing it is. And then after this one, I just add the gel. And this is the snail gel. I know a lot of people are not gonna like it, but yeah, it works for me. And that's it. And then after that, I seal in the moisture using my shea butter. That's it. Let's say my body butter. And my body butter, I use it all over my body. And yeah, that's how I'm glistening. I really don't do much. Like when I'm trying to do makeup, I try to be minimal as much as I can. There's no makeup on this face, guys. No. No. Just moisturize. And life goes on. Yeah. In this life, you have to choose your own battle, guys. You want to do You want to go in the long route? Go ahead. We are all in life. Well, the one goal all of us are trying to accomplish in this life is just live life, enjoy it, have the best, with the best people, with different environment. We all try to make it out in life. So it doesn't matter how you go. You climb, we're still gonna make it alive. You jump, we're gonna make it alive. You crawl, you're still gonna come. You you skip, you're still gonna come. Okay? But life is not a marathon. Life is not a race. Not racing. Nobody's here to win. We're here to win, all of us. Okay? And if we do that, everybody go in your own pace. Your life is your marathon. How you reach to the finishing line, you're the one who knows. How everybody else end up there, it's none of your business. Okay? Yeah. So that's what I'm going to say generally when it comes to things to do. So if you want to make your morning routine 50 products, be it. Not your choice. You choose to do 50 products. Some people choose to use one and they're just out of the door, ready to go. It's the mindset, guys. So how you do your things is none of my business. You want to use 50 products? Go ahead. As long as you have time to do that, why not? Some people still do it and they still wake up and go there. So it's kind of the same thing. Let's say now I want you guys, let's meet somewhere outside in 10 minutes. How you get there in 10 minutes? I don't know. I don't care. All I want to know is you are there in 10 minutes. That's all. So anyways, that's just a little bit of people who, just to kind of say generally how I think about stuff. Have you tried chebe? I haven't tried any chebe. I haven't tried any chebe yet. One of the things I think I've used on my hair so far, and I'm planning to use, is the clay mask, and I've been wanting to do that for a while, and I'm gonna do it again. Hi. No, I haven't used chebe, but thank you. So how you get there? How could you help if there is any problems? I could help you if there's any problem. I don't have any problem. Happy birthday, touching my deck. My deck. Rice water not use. I don't. What are you saying? Rice water no use. My rice water video has gone viral all over social media, mostly on TikTok and here on YouTube. One of the things I say, guys, a lot of people have been using rice water for years and centuries and stuff, okay? What I'm saying is that try to use the rice water, and if it doesn't work, don't force it. And like I said, I think yesterday I said that when it comes to natural products or herbs or whatever, tea, yeah, rice water is very good. I use it mostly for rinsing. You don't need to, you put it in your hair, you rinse it, okay? You can keep it in for 10 minutes, however long. So what I do is I put in my hair and sit in my hair for 15 to 20 minutes, okay? And then after that, I go and rinse it out. Don't leave it in your hair because it's going to cause moldy stuff. Like I said yesterday, herbal, like natural products, herbal stuff, they can easily go rust it, okay? Rust it, or let's say it can decompose. But what happened with time is that some of rice water can actually cause what is called like, sometimes when you leave something outside, it get oxidized, okay? If you don't understand oxidations, people who know chemistry and stuff like that, oxidation, a lot of things oxidize quickly. When they oxidize quickly, they pick up what is in the environment, they can change the composition of the product. So let's say, for example, you leave banana out open, it's going to decompose. It would oxidize. What will happen over time is the banana will start turning black, or it's going to turn brown. Okay, then the natural the ingredients in they're going to go away slowly. So when I'm talking about herbal medication, herbal products, when you're making something, Yeah, I'll come to you in a sec. So then, what I'm gonna say is with rice water, use the rice water. Whatever's left behind, keep it refrigerated. If you have a refrigerator, if you don't have a refrigerator, make sure you use it right away, and then maybe make more next time. Okay, that's how I do it. So if I have leftover rice water, I'll put in my spray bottle or whatever storage bottle, put it in the fridge, and then you can use it again. Use it within 2 weeks. Try not to use over 3 weeks. 2 weeks is the maximum when the things you're doing at home. Anything with water, anything that you're making, let's say I'm making a natural product and I have water in it, I will make sure I refrigerate that thing. Just because what would happen over time is that the water is going to be in the cup or whatever you're doing, and it's going to cause moldy. And you don't want mold in your face. You don't want mold all over your face. So if you use right water and then deep condition after like one time every 2 weeks. Yeah. So what I would say is that when you're using your rice water, you can put your rice water onto your hair and then deep condition, and then when you deep condition, you can wait for like 45 minutes or 1 hour. Once the deep conditioning is done, now you can rinse the deep conditioner and the rice water out. So what I'm saying is that I don't want you to be spraying like rice water on your hair and keep it there. No, no, no. And you cannot just have rice water alone. Rice water alone is not going to do anything to your hair. And a lot of people come here and see I had rice water on my hair. I did not just put rice water alone. Yes, I spray rice water on my hair. I look like avocado. That's fine. I'll take it. Avocado is good. Um, so I used rice water, rinse my hair, and then I will use my leave-in conditioner, my hair butters, and oils to seal in the moisture. So that's how I do it. But make sure you detangle too. You cannot just spray water or spray like rice water on your hair. hmm What do you use with it? I already said like what I'm doing, what I use with the rice water. What I use, I said earlier, I just use rice water to rinse my hair. Okay? And what I do is I put it in my hair, keep it in for maybe 15 minutes. Like when I'm doing things in the house, I'll keep it in my hair and then I'll rinse it out. What I've discovered, okay, what I've discovered is that because rice water sometimes dries out a lot, you need to make sure your hair is moisturized. So what I would do is as soon as I finish rinsing my hair with rice water, I would maybe use a gel, like I use flaxseed gel to actually detangle. Okay, so rice water is just for rinsing most of the time. And also if you cannot use rice water, some people actually use the rice, soak it overnight, and then blend it the next day with avocado, add some oil, add some let's say like olive oil or something like that, and make deep conditioner. That's how you work around it. If you don't want to use the water, maybe use the rice. When will you go live again? You're actually helpful. Oh, I usually try to do it in the morning, same time. If I don't get any time in the morning, I'll usually do it the following day. So every day I try to have at least 30 minutes. Today I actually have 40. Thank you, Green, for being here. You've been very, very active, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for all the questions you've had. Skin use. I use yeah, you can also use rice water on your skin as well, by the way. It doesn't have to be your scalp, you can use it on your face. And one of the things, like I have a friend who does natural hair like me. Her hair is really long, like to all the way here, like very long. She's in Africa and she makes fermented rice water. Rice actually itself. So she will ferment it overnight or two, I don't know how long, and then she will blend it, okay, and then she will add other things into it to actually do a deep conditioner, which is really, really good. Okay, so if you don't like fermented stuff, don't put fermented things into your hair. I grew up with fermented food because my culture, mostly the Dinka people, we love fermented food. And I never used to understand. My mom, remember when I was little, my mom used to emphasize eating fermented food. I never understood why. I was like, Mom, why do you want to make me eat fermented food? So like flour, like maize flour, we would ferment it. And then once we ferment it, we make porridge. We make walwala. It's like a very small, like a small like you make into like a small, you've seen it on such on YouTube now. A lot of South Sudanese families are making awalola, a cook, and all those stuff. And I never used to understand it. Okay, fast forward, I went into sciences. Now it makes sense. Okay, now it makes so much sense because our ancestors or my parents' generation or African, let's say not just say African, but like Dinka people back in the days, they knew that fermented food is very important for your gut. Okay, that's why over here in North America, in other part of the world, we eat yogurt. We a lot of people do have kefir drinks, and those drinks have like a lot of bacteria, and bacteria is very important in your gut. Bacteria is very important in your gut because bacteria help you to digest your food. Okay, so some bacteria are very good with digestion. So that's why a lot of cultures they emphasize fermentation. And I love fermented foods. When I had my children, I would eat fermented food. I'll tell my sister, just make me. Thank you. Make me some of these. Make me all la. And I think with my third baby, I was so much into like eating fermented food. So one of the biggest things I work on right now is gut health, guys. Once you figure out what's wrong in your body or what your body needs, try to go and do research. So currently, I work on my gut health. I'm drinking, having fermented foods. Where are you from? I'm from South Sudan. So yeah, fermentation is very important. Fermentation helps you a lot with things in your stomach. So a lot of the time, people, when you have bad bacteria in your gut, that can really slow down a lot of things. Digestion, and if you have digestion issues, you're gonna have a lot of constipation, a lot of, you know, gas in your stomach and all that stuff. So for you to let go of that, yeah, you need a lot of good bacteria. So when you go into sciences or when your doctor tells you your gut health needs to be like this, go and eat, go and drink some yogurt, have fermented food. I used to make like onions, like I make pickled onions, and they were so good because they had a lot of those what is it called, vinegar, like apple cider vinegar. And apple cider vinegar is really good for you because that acid, a little bit of acid, would help you break down your food better. Sometimes you just don't have good bacteria that break down your food. That way you can use the bathroom. Some doctors usually say it's like if you don't go to the bathroom at least 3 times a day, you really need to like work it up. Okay, maybe you need fiber. Fiber is very important because what fiber does is that it reduces the surface area of digestion. When the surface area of digestion is reduced, then it's easy for the food to be digested and easy to come through, because what happens is the small intestine of your stomach is very long. So if food is stuck in the top corner and it's trying to go down all the way to your stomach down, and you don't have proper food in fiber in your food, it's not going to come down. It's going to get stuck. And that's why sometimes some people just have issues with, it's not, some people just gain weight. It's not just because you gain weight. Sometimes it's water retention. It's not that you have too much on your body, it's just water retention. When you start having proper gut, like your gut movement, you're going to see such a difference. I've seen so much difference so far. So what I've done so far with my postpartum, I'm adding like ginger shots, I'm doing turmeric shots, I'm doing these things just to add into my regimen. So anyways, I don't want to go in detail. I've kind of digressed to the topic, but yes, from Brazil. Hello, hola. So I got 45. So I got 1 more minute and I can go. Okay, I think I'm going to go now. I got 5 seconds. I'm gonna go now, and then I'm going to go and yes, my hair is different. My hair grew. I think some of the videos you guys see, you see the my hair is super like I know in Nepal. I just haven't been there. I got a few more minutes and I'll be leaving. What happened to my eyebrows? I haven't done anything to my eyebrows. They're just like that naturally. Roshni, that's really nice to know. My eyebrows are naturally like this. I don't fill them in. I don't do anything fancy to my eyebrows. I'm comfortable like this. Maybe some days I want to like put them together, I would fix them. But yeah, it's just my natural eyebrows. Hello. You can go ahead. I have 2 more minutes and I'll leave. I have 2 more minutes and I'm going. What's your height? I'm actually almost 6 feet. 11:20 a.m. Hello. So yeah, I got 2 more minutes and I'll be heading out. We went from sometimes something with YouTube is just that it's so unpredictable. 1 second. Yeah, so anyways guys, generally speaking, I'm gonna be doing another Q&A again. I'm gonna try to do these as much as I can. What's your height? I already said it. I'm 6 feet. About 6 feet. Almost, let's say so. 5'11" and so. Yeah. Got 1 minute to go. Generally speaking, guys, I think, and where are you from? I'm from South Sudan. I'm South Sudanese. From Africa, and that is in East Africa. Yeah. Wait. I don't have to tell you all of that. You're not my doctor. That's good. Your name is Chicken. What is Lizard doing in the live? Why is the chicken watching the lizard? Why did chicken end up here? Anyways, some of you are looking for attention, but I'm not here to give you guys attention. I know. Why did the chicken end up here watching a lizard? And why did the chicken cross the road? Why did the chicken cross the road? Anywho, I know sometimes see, the thing is with humor, guys, we can be savage as humans, but sometimes we have to be lenient. Okay, you have to be lenient. I want to leave you guys. There's a saying that most of my the South Sudanese people, they say that with life, not everything needs a reaction. Okay, for you to survive in life, nothing needs a react. You don't react too much. When you react, they better know it's time to mind your business. But for now, I'll take it easy. Don't worry. I'll take it. I don't mind. I'm not the first person to be told those things, so why would I? And they didn't pay attention. They survived, so I can do it. There's people out there who actually crawl for us to be sitting, for us to be walking, for us to be running. So, yeah. So before you do that, just understand where you're from. What did your people do to be here? Don't try to come and make other people feel bad. Anywho, I think I'm up. up with my time. Say Mashikni. Mashikni, what does that mean? Rashni, is that in Nepal? Mashikni, is it hi? Is that how you say? Anywho, I'm gonna go and charge my phone too. Okay, guys, have a good day. Bye.